but I don't like anything that I've been through. Thank the Lord, he brought me through.
Episode of the Urban Binge. You might be watching on YouTube. You may be watching, I don't know where else you may be watching. Or you may be listening on your preferred podcast. You may be listening on Apple Podcasts. You may be listening on the Google Podcast app. You may be listening to us right now on plenty of other apps. Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. You just type in the Urban Binge on the Urban Binge Radio on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and you'll be able to find us. I'm grateful and lucky enough to have been accepted in the iHeartRadio library. So now when you search for other podcasts that are urban culture news, you'll run into ours, and hopefully you'll run into ours first, because I've taken a lot of time to create the Urban Binge here. If you're watching on RiBelTV, make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that thumbs up, and make sure you hit that bell so that you can be notified of every video. You might not like what we talk about here, so you'll be just tap dancing on that thumbs down button, which is fine with me, because I don't have a problem with you doing that. Anyway, we're gonna move on to the next to our topics for today. But thank you for everybody supporting us on the podcast, because the podcast is really doing good. Anyway, so there are a few topics that I wanted to get into today. And I don't really have them in a particular order. I know that I should have them in a particular order, but I don't. I don't have them in any type of particular order, okay? So, excuse me. And I have the camera a lot more closer today, just to be a little bit more intimate and into the screen. I know that I haven't been here in a long time, and I probably look like 200 pounds sitting here, because I gained a lot of weight. But I'm so glad that I'm back here, and that we can present you with the urban culture news like we always do. Like I said, don't forget, there are a few people here watching now. If you're watching this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like. Okay, guys, don't sit up here and not hit it when clearly you know you can hit it. You know, it does not benefit you not to hit it. You're sitting here watching me. You might as well just hit it. Hit it. Boom, bling, bow. Bloop, 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 plonk, bling, clink, bloop, bloop, bam, plonk, ching, ching, plonk, bloop, 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 bloop. Anyway, let's get into it. Gregg leaks and NeNe leaks. It has been announced that the one and only Gregg leaks of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, husband to the elite, the #1 housewife of Atlanta, to me, the one and only NeNe Lilithia leaks. She actually came out first and stated this information out loud in her restaurant in a rebuttal to a fan who was actually trying to just get a birthday shout out, right? This fan was basically just trying to get a simple birthday shout out. I kid you not. And NeNe flew off the handle. NeNe got upset. NeNe was not having it. Listen.
Hi, NeNe.
Hey, I hope you guys are enjoying the, can you cut the music for a second, please?
Yeah.
How y'all doing?
All right.
I hope everybody's enjoying the lounge tonight. I had a few people too approach me about a birthday, right?
Yes.
You got to stand and say happy birthday.
Yes, yes.
Listen, happy birthday.
Thank you.
But please, I'm asking everybody in this lounge. I had no idea I was going to walk in here and grab this microphone and make an announcement, but I want to say this to you. I'm in this and I want to be at peace. If you see me, you see my son, give us a lot of love, okay? My husband is the other side. And I want to say happy birthday to you guys.
Oh, thank
You
you.
guys supposed to be that was rude. The real truth is you're rude. You don't know what we're dealing with right now.
Yes.
We walk in this lounge because we have to walk in because this is our business.
Yes.
So when people approach and say you're rude because you don't want to say happy birthday, my husband is at home dying.
Yes.
And I don't want to say happy birthday, okay? So please give us some respect, give us some love, okay? That's what we ask you. You see my son right here, he's hurting, I'm hurting. We walk in here because we have to walk in here. Because we have this business. But my husband is losing his life in this very moment. So when you stepped to me and told me I was rude, I really was upset by that. Because sometimes you don't know what people are dealing with and what people are going through. Okay? My husband is not going to be here in the next couple of days. Okay? I'm really upset that I have to grab the microphone and put that out into the atmosphere because somebody will.
And I love NeNe to death. The problem is, I feel like NeNe should have stayed at home. If your husband is transitioning in this very moment, which is along the lines of what she said, then I would expect you to be at home and allow someone else to take over this. It really didn't help your case. I don't know what people think. I think people forget that not everybody sees blindly. Okay, not everybody sees surface shit. Some people they discern. Some people have intuition. Some people can just see through bullshit. God has granted some people the open eye or the spirit to see through other spirits and bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So some people already feel that NeNe is not attracted, does not want to be, and is tired of her marriage, tired of Gregg. A lot of people felt like she was flirting and doing stuff with Peter.
Oh my gosh,
NeNe was flirting with Peter.
I have never flirted with Peter. Now, don't go there.
People accuse you of flirting
Well, I don't
with
give
him,
a
and people
damn
can
what
say
they
that you were
accuse
flirting
me
with him.
of. I have never
Girl,
flirted with
everybody
Peter.
said
Right? And you remember that. Y'all remember that. But it really didn't help her case. To me, it looked more so like exactly what we were always thinking. And what we always think is that NeNe don't want Gregg. NeNe is done with Gregg. She's tired of Gregg. She's been in this relationship for a very long time, and I think that she's over it. And so it kind of shows for the fact that you say he's currently transitioning, and then you turn around and you are here at this club, walking around, sprinting around the floor in your heels, but you're not home grieving. Now, honestly, we know people grieve differently, so we cannot judge. We're not supposed to judge nobody, but we can't judge her on her grieving and the way she grieved her husband. Although her sons were with her, but we can't say. I think that Gregg might have already been dead, or they were pulling the plug, and NeNe them might have didn't want to be there while they were pulling the plug against Gregg's thoughts or wishes. He probably couldn't speak at that time. I'm assuming. I don't know. He probably couldn't speak at that time. And NeNe them probably all made an agreement that we won't be here when he take his last breath. Let's just be here now, and then when the last breath comes, we won't be here because I can't take it. NeNe probably played like she just can't take it, and that she couldn't be present when his last breath. Maybe. I just feel like, honestly, you should have been there. And you not being there, you sitting up here trying to gain some type of sympathy, even if it's the smallest amount of sympathy that you were trying to gain from announcing this, you could have simply said, I'm going through a lot with my husband. As you know, his cancer returned, and Gregg is not doing well at all. He's very down and out right now, and I'm taking it hard. You could have left it at something vague like that. Instead, it was as if you were looking for some type of sympathy. Even if it was a dime size of sympathy, you still was looking for some type of sympathy. And you oftentimes use your situation with Gregg, whether he cheating, whether it's cancer, whether he is interested in a job or something else, or watching NeNe for these 20 years or however many years of Housewives has been out. We know how NeNe roll and how she operate. She really been over and done and tired of Gregg.
Gregg.
What's up?
What's up? Is your voice all over the blogs? It ain't even about it being an interview for me, Gregg. As far as I'm concerned, a stranger who should never be involved in your family life. Where the $300,000 you gave me? Where? When?
That might have been a little bit exaggerated.
And if you gave me $1 million, it doesn't matter. I am your wife of 13 years. Cause I got with your ass when you didn't have a dime. And I didn't get with you for money. I got with you because I loved you. So now you telling me you want it back? Give me back my vacation. Give me them back. Give me the shoes off your feet and the shirt off your back. I bought it. Now get that back. Give me back the goddamn labor pains I had for your ass.
I'm your husband.
Okay, I'm your wife. Call Corey and tell him that.
Are you done?
No, I have stood behind you when was really up. You have ruined friendships for me, business contacts, and you have done up in our marriage. I stood by you when you have done me wrong as your wife. But you want to make other people think that I've done you wrong? I have never done you wrong, ever. One thing that I did do was put on a united front for your ass.
I know you are so close to being done. I know it's got to be some immaculate fibers holding you here.
I never wanted to be sitting here in this situation talking about a divorce or breaking up my family. That is not my heart, and you know that ain't my heart. I came from a broken home. So why would I want my kids to be in a broken home? Why? I have had your back in so many situations, so many, and I am pissed off that you put me on the goddamn line, not having my back. The way you're sitting here now looking at me is another person. I don't know that person. All this slick that you've done, I don't know that person. Whatever. Like, I have had it.
Thank you for your time.
You're not even man enough to say what it is you're saying. I don't even know who you are. Really?
I don't know who you are. Sorry.
This is it. This is it between me and Gregg. We're done. We're over. I know I made a damn monster.
She really been over and done and tired of Gregg for a very long time. And I just hope that before Gregg died, he was able to get what he wanted. And I know one of the things that I feel like he wanted was to fuck NeNe one more time.
I'm gonna marry you one day. I said, He did not ask me to sleep with him. Actually, I was thinking to myself, now what's going on? And from that point on,
Can we get to it? You met at the strip club, and then y'all got married 6 months later. The end.
and from that point on, honey, we was just in the bed with no clothes on.
How I think she looked is stunning. But you have to understand, NeNe stripped for me every night, and I strip for her too.
And walking around naked is just, I'm cold-natured. I am not finna walk around naked. I need me something to put on.
I ain't gonna walk around here with my stuff out either.
I just ain't finna be walking around naked. They walk naked through the bedroom or somewhere, just walking through the house naked is like, what for? Like, it's weird. I think it is. It's like, you know, I know some people that are like, you know, like to be nude and they walk all around the house naked.
I hear that all the time. People say, oh, they just can't wait till their children get grown, they can move out, they can just walk around. I'm like, why you want to do that for?
I think it's a figure of speech.
Yeah, it's a figure of speech.
Getting them out of the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a freedom
Yeah.
thing.
We wanted to, we
I think he wanted to get in that pussy again.
Oh, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to have sex no more. Look, he's saying the thrill is gone. But there's somebody that can make him feel alive in 10 minutes.
Okay, well, let me say this. Sometimes women don't want to have sex with their man knowing that they man have done this, and that, all kind of stuff. And they just be like, you know what, hell, the three are gone over here too. Because you lose interest in folks after they do treat you bad. You know, they do so much to you. You lose interest, you know?
Well, yeah, you do lose interest. That's why men lose interest.
He wanted to give it to NeNe good, and hopefully NeNe opened up the door for that and gave him an opportunity to at least touch that pussy. I think NeNe was so done with him after he cheated, after having her, I guess she felt like I was locked down with your old ass, and being locked down with you, you were still cheating. Let me cheat, you have a damn fit. And so I think all of that, we look at NeNe like, oh, she nasty, she mean to Gregg. I think everything she went through with Gregg caused her distance and her feelings or her reactions that we see that make us feel like she don't want Gregg no more.
Gregg is a decent man. I'll be the judge of that. Okay, he is decent, but he is still a man. He is a decent man, but he's a man. You leave with that one, you'll be all right. Okay, so somebody said be nice to him. I'll be nice to him whenever I feel like it. I've been with Gregg 20
that's
something.
not nice.
Yeah, I've been with you 20 something.
That ain't
Well, how
nice.
somebody gonna tell me to be
That
nice to
ain't
you?
nice,
You better
man.
tell him to be nice to me.
There's somebody just trying to help you.
Help me do what?
Telling you to be nice to him, and then you got to come in here and put some
He
yeast
love
on
that.
it. You got to put
He
your
love that
own
you
little
guys
yeast
said
on
be
it.
nice to him.
Nah, I'll be nice to him when I want
I
to.
do, I will.
You
I have
should
to
be
be
nice, period.
Greg, I'm always nice. Why would you be with me for 20 something years if I wasn't nice?
I ain't myself that sometimes. Don't start me thinking.
So why would you be with me so many years?
Don't make me think now.
I will be nice to Gregg when
When she feel like it, just like she said.
Exactly.
If she don't feel like it, she ain't gonna be nice.
That's right.
And y'all people out there know that is wrong.
That is right.
That is
Because I
wrong,
start
wrong.
having flashbacks or anything. I'd be like,
Yeah,
I
you
might go
shouldn't be
downstairs
having
and
no
go crazy
flashbacks.
on Gregg.
No, you shouldn't
So,
be doing that.
honey, I'm just telling you.
You got to
but you
forgive
are
or
right.
be forgiven,
Gregg
baby.
is a decent man.
You got to forgive
If he
or
wasn't
be
decent, he
forgiven.
wouldn't be here. He's a good man. But I always say,
Jeez.
you're not, I said you're a good man. He's a good man, but he is a man. That's all I need you to get. He's still a man. And I've been with Gregg since I was in my 20s. So, you know, me and Gregg didn't make it from my 20s all the way to where we are today, just being over here sitting and looking at each other. And he being a nice guy. Okay? Okay, so next question. What's your biggest regret in your relationship? My biggest regret in my relationship? What's your biggest regret?
That's you.
Well, they just asked a question. They didn't say
Well,
NeNe
you
or
took
Gregg.
it, so run with it.
Look at Gregg. He a closed book. My biggest regret.
I regret that we had to divorce because we didn't have to.
Yeah, we didn't
We
have
really
to.
didn't have
We
to.
really didn't have to.
It was totally not necessary to do it. Neither one of us wanted to sign the papers. It was the oddest thing. We just did not want to do it, and it seemed like the world stood still. And I never felt the world ending. I felt the world stood still because I always knew I had passion in my heart for my wife, and I had God on my team as my leader, and I would get her back.
Wow.
She said, "Yeah, you did."
Well, I mean, the reason why I say we didn't have to divorce is because I had gone to Gregg several times asking him to, change, communicate better, do things differently. And I couldn't get Gregg to do that. So for me, I just felt like it was the only choice I had. I remember it like it was yesterday. I can't remember, we were into it about something. And I told Gregg, in the morning, I'm going to file for divorce. And I said, just like that. And I went upstairs, and I knew the next day that Gregg was probably thinking, in my mind, I'm thinking that Gregg is thinking, she just saying something. You know what I'm saying? I don't care, get a divorce. He's just saying something. I think he thought that I was really just saying something. And I was like, I'm for real. I'm fed up. I'm going. And I went to the divorce attorney, and I cried driving there to his office because I just could not get Gregg to understand what I needed him to do. So I felt like I didn't have another choice but to file for a divorce. So I did. And the rest is history of divorce.
And it's ironic that her divorce attorney and I are best friends.
He'd be friends with our...
Read it out, like, that's just my opinion.
Okay, well, I think... I think it's all about the chemistry. Gregg and I have known each other since 1996. He's always liked me. And I think,
I like you now.
I know you like me. I said you've always liked me. He likes me. He's always liked me. And I like him sometimes. And so, really, sometimes, not all the time. Because there are guys who want to have sex every day. I don't know who they're having sex with because people got to go to work and stuff. Guys expect a lot. It's about when you're knowing somebody 20 years, 15, 20, 30 years, it's about the love and the
It
respect.
has nothing to do with the number of times the person asks. Because you know who you are. If you want somebody that wants sex each and every day, you have known that today is not your first day knowing it. You have known that.
Okay.
So you know who you're with and you judge accordingly.
Okay.
So, it has nothing to do with 5 times a week.
Let's get a man on the call.
But at the end of the day, people stay in relationships for a long time unhappy. And that's not good for you or that person.
That's true.
Because just because y'all got history, don't make it be, well, we got to just stick it out and we got to be unhappy with each other. No, man, that's not right.
Well, people
That's
have,
not right.
people
You
have,
be happy.
people have, some people have a lot, at stake. So they, it may be easier for them to stay together than to break up. But there's a lot of things, we have a lot of things. It's a lot to divide.
That's right, but I just feel like if you're going to be in a relationship with somebody, don't lose the thrill. Coming up sometimes with just some heels on. That's with a tie.
Well, what are you going to No. Okay, lady. Okay, we'll call you back.
Keep the fire burning.
I got to get Gregg together.
Keep the fire burning. That's right, Gregg. Love you.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, check this out. Okay, wait a minute. No, I got to get Gregg together. Because Gregg think he loves some of the things that she was saying because he feel like stay spontaneous, put
You
on
should be
heels
spontaneous too.
Yeah, that's what
You
I'm
should
saying.
put on some Nikes or something and come and
Who putting on Nikes coming in
He
there?
can't put on no heels.
Well, he may well put on his toes then and come
Well,
in.
you can put on some house slippers, some Gucci house shoes or something, and satin pajama top.
Gregg, listen, I don't know who that lady is that just called in here and started all this trouble. I can tell you this. Listen, you got to do
You
stuff
both
too.
got to do stuff.
Okay?
The same thing it took to get him or her is the same thing it takes to keep him or her.
But the longer you're together, 20 years in, after a while, things, just...
No.
I'm not saying
you
that...
gotta reinvent and recreate yourself as time goes by. You can't keep wearing the big drawers. You got to get to the little drawers.
Who wear big drawers?
Some women stay with the big ones.
Well,
Some men stay with the white, the brief things. You got to
the brief things.
You got to mix it up. You got to throw something in there. You got to put a little spice on it.
Well, I'm telling you right now, the spice gonna have to happen on both sides.
Yeah,
Okay?
that's why
And
I
then
buy
after a
colored
while,
underwear.
sometimes when people do stuff in their relationship, people just don't be feeling like it. You just be like, darn, I don't even like you like that. It just takes time.
Well, you're talking about two different things.
No, I'm telling you why some women just sometimes may not want to have sex with their guy.
Yeah, but we're talking about something a little bit different. We're talking about
You talking about spicing it up in the bedroom.
We're talking about, the question was if he asked, do you do it?
Every time he asks.
Right, that was the question.
Okay, you answer it.
I think you should be accommodating. It has nothing to do with every time, 6 or 7 times a week, 3 or 4 times a day. It has nothing to do with that. It's when the time is right and they're both prepared and it's opportunity, that's when it will happen. If it's once a
sound
week,
like you setting up a
twice
meeting.
a week, 3 times a day,
Maybe it's just a buildup of shit that Gregg did and thoughts that she has come up with herself. Like, he cheat if I cheat. Okay, that's shit that Gregg did. He cheats, then her own thoughts come up with, if I cheat, then he gonna have a fit. Ugh, I can't stand him. But I do think that NeNe has been very insensitive. From what she has portrayed or what Bravo has portrayed in her relationship with Gregg, it has shown nothing but insensitive.
We need to do surgery on you tonight, or you ain't gonna make it. And so I went over and prayed to God, and I told him, I don't feel death. I don't want to go, but if my work is finished here, take care of them, let's go.
So good. He got sick for a little while.
Yeah.
But Gregg is doing good.
NeNe, how did you handle all of that?
It was hard for me because I'm not a real nurse. Like, I'm not like a caretaker really good. I'm not good. Gregg is good at taking care of me,
Yes.
but I'm not that good. So what I do is set the alarm in your phone and take your medicine every 3 to 4 hours, okay? So I can give a lot of hugs and stuff.
And they haven't really showed us much of Gregg. Then there was a season or 2 where they showed us a vindictive, conniving Gregg, where they tried to put him out as a cheater and as a person who is a pimp sugar daddy type. and NeNe is young, but he out doing what he want to do. And that was kind of like towards the end of NeNe leaving. You know, they had that big blow up.
You creep around Atlanta.
I creep around Atlanta.
How you feel about open marriages?
But before then, NeNe wasn't as interested in Gregg as she was in her shoe guy, Mr. Domino, Mr. Italia, whatever his name is.
Sure. Oh, thank you very much.
Hopefully these are the right size.
The red bottom. The heel is super high. Thank you.
That's not the final gift.
It's not.
She was very interested in that man. And when she left from dealing with him and being single and remarrying Gregg, she still didn't come off as happy. She came out as if she was trying to make herself be in this relationship with Gregg, when in actuality, she really didn't want Gregg no more. She was done with Gregg. She felt like Gregg was doing her any kind of way. I'm locked down with him. I done married this man when I was young up some. Now he old. I think that she's in a mixed place. I think she's heartbroken, but she also feels whole in some areas where now she can live her life freely and flirt and live her last years of her life. Because NeNe is 50 something or 50. She can now, or maybe not, but she can live her last few years just peacefully flirting and everything like that. I really don't think NeNe is going to get remarried. I don't believe NeNe will get remarried. I just don't think so. I think NeNe is going to stay single because she likes to flirt. Now, if she does get remarried, I would say she needs to marry Peter. I know that that's some messy ass shit, but her and Peter want to fuck so bad. Now that Gregg is gone, I think they can really get into it and feel free about it. Even though she was friends with Cynthia, NeNe will fuck Peter if she haven't already. They will definitely get it in. Peter like him a tall Amazonic ass bitch, and NeNe like her a short guy.
I don't give a damn what everybody says. If you don't want to own it, that's fine.
I never flirted with Peter. Let's be very
about
clear.
showing your character
Me,
is the
Peter,
same point
Cynthia,
I'm making
and
to
Gregg
you.
were
Oh,
friends.
now you want to talk?
Peter is her age, but Peter also has this, gray beard and older look about him. He likes to look more mature, like a mature man. You know what I mean? Another thing I was thinking about is I know that Bravo wish they were here recording NeNe at this time, and if they don't wish they were here recording NeNe at this time, I have to admit I wish they were recording NeNe at this time, because to get footage like this of NeNe in this very vulnerable place would have been a great episode, a great season, or a great spin-off show. As mad as they are with NeNe, I wish somebody would just kind of put it out there that we're open. The door is open to work with you in whatever way you would like to work. We can negotiate, and you just let us know how you want to do this. Because NeNe is in high demand still. She never went out. And so with this happening, it causes us to want to, we've always watched her life. We've always been involved in her life. Now we want to spin off, or we want her to rejoin the cast, and we want to see her navigate without Gregg. This is a must. We have to see her navigate without Gregg and her life without Gregg. How is she going to operate? How is things going to go? This is, to me, is a must. It's no way. And if Bravo don't pick up a show with NeNe alone or with another group of ladies or with the Housewives, then somebody else is probably going to offer her a contract or opportunity, a job or something, because she definitely deserves to be on TV. I don't know who cut ties with her, whether that was Bravo itself or lower people at Bravo, then that wouldn't be nothing, because she can go over their head and talk to the head people of Bravo. But if the head people of Bravo and people at Bravo, the small people, are not feeling her, then it's over. The small people can be feeling her, but the head people at Bravo not feeling her, it's over. But if it's NBC, then Bravo and the small people at Bravo can be feeling her. But if NBC not feeling her, boo, it's over. So it all depends on who she done cut ties with. Who has NeNe severed her ties with, and who is it that NeNe is upset with, or that is upset with NeNe? Who fired her? That's what it kind of comes down to. Then we can know her fate, whether or not she'll be back for real, or not at all. But it would be great if they started recording NeNe, because I think it's a must that we see her without Gregg. See her life navigating without Gregg. I mean, that's literally a must. Just like y'all feel like Cynthia has fulfilled her purpose or reason for being on Housewives, so she will need to return. I think that NeNe has opened up another chapter. And you guys have given us NeNe life for years. It's no way that you guys can't go out and record her and give us at least a 6-part episode or something, just showing us her navigation. Even if the episode starts off or the season starts off at the burial of Gregg or week, but we need her in this vulnerable place, and then build from there. Honestly, I really believe so. And like I said before, Bravo created this monster that is NeNe Leakes today. The monster that is NeNe Leakes today, Bravo, NBC, True Entertainment, they are the ones that created the NeNe that we know today. Unfortunately, NeNe is not all to blame. They created this person. They fed her the food on the spoon, and she ate and ate and ate and ate and ate, and gave them, regurgitated back what they wanted her to regurgitate. She literally gave them what they asked for, what they wanted. She regurgitated it back up. And in a fine way, because we constantly watch every week for NeNe, and the ratings drop every time NeNe leaves the show. So I think that is, imperative, that they go pack up the truck, the production truck, get the tents, get the mics, get the cords, get the cameras, get the shit, get the waters, get the mask, the hand sanitizer, and everything else, and head out to NeNe, get the pen and the papers, the printers and everything, get the contracts done, and give NeNe her spinoff show. I mean, I think we need this. I think we honestly need this show with NeNe, or NeNe rejoining the Housewives. But the only reason why I'm not pushing that so much is because it doesn't give NeNe enough time, unless they can do a contract that NeNe gets more airtime than them for this particular season. But Kandi may not have that. So I can get jiggy with having NeNe and Kandi have almost or the same amount of time on camera. I can get jiggy with that. I can get jiggy with a season of Housewives, just Kenya, Porsha, NeNe, and Kandi. I could get through that. Phaedra would be great if they added her, and Kim Zolciak and Sheree, bitch. Add all of them back, and Marlo Hampton, of course. That is the fucking crew right there, okay? Period. That's the crew. When they were on the seasons, it was popping. Just as soon as y'all fire Phaedra, the show began to decline, because that cast that y'all had right there was the bomb. Even including Claudia in that cast or in that group, removing Cynthia. That is a group right there. I'm telling you. That's a group right there. Another thing I wanted to say about Gregg and the Housewives is it is rumored that Gregg will be cremated. He will not be having a funeral, which is understandable. I can understand him not wanting to have a funeral because Gregg is a Leo, and my mom is a Leo. My grandfather, my mom's grandfather. My dad is a Leo. That's what I mean by grandfather. My husband is a Leo. My daughter is a Leo. My little girl is a Leo. I'm surrounded by Leos. And so I know that Gregg will please NeNe in every way, even in death. So even in death, if what is going to make you happy is having my ashes here in the house or everywhere you go, then that's a Leo for you. A Leo is, even in death, want to please the person that they love. That's what I feel. Even in death, because my mama talk about what she got left for me and what she gonna have for me when she die already. And she ain't nowhere near dead. And I know death can happen in the blink of an eye and anything can happen. But what I'm saying is, Gregg, I feel like playing that for NeNe. Give me ashes. Or I don't want no funeral. I don't want all that extra stuff and all that stuff. You know, forget that. Maybe it could have been a situation like that. I don't know. But he will be cremated. It's rumored that he will be cremated and not have a funeral. But NeNe says that she will announce a ceremony for friends and family and, co-workers and stuff like that. I assume co-workers would mean Kim Zolciak, Bierman, and Sheree Whitfield, because Sheree posted saying that she had been knowing Gregg for 20 years. She said going to Falcon games and blah, 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 blah. I said, damn, they've been knowing each other like we already knew because of the first season of Housewives. Sheree, Kim, and NeNe was Destiny Child. They've been knowing each other for years. hanging out with each other around the ATL, being rich, elite women around the ATL at one point in time. And it's so sad that their relationship is where it is now. But it was awesome to read that post that she's been knowing Gregg for 20 years. And everybody said the same thing about Gregg. He was the voice of reason. He loved NeNe to death, and we know how much he loved NeNe, right?
Mr. Mailman,
Okay.
I'm rich, bitch. Hey, player.
Okay, Leaks. I'ma marry you one day. I said, He did not ask me to sleep with him. Actually, I was thinking to myself, now what's going on? And from that point on,
Can we get to it? You met at the strip club, and then y'all got married 6 months later. The end.
and from that point on, honey, we was just in the bed with no clothes on.
How I think she looked is stunning. But you have to understand, NeNe stripped for me every night, and I strip for her too.
Yeah. Huh? What's up with you? What's on my back? What's on my back?
Oh my God.
She lives in a f***ing roach nest?
What else can you do when your house is infested?
Hee hee ha ha. Bitch, the joke is on you.
Y'all ready? Okay. I'm in love with NeNe and she know who, cause I sure want her back to be my boo.
No, I do want to see every city. You know how much I love to travel.
Hi, Wendy.
Gregg says hi. I'm gonna kick him out.
Hi, Gregg.
Oh, wow. So now I'm finna get my woman and I'm finna do my thing cause I'm an OG man from way back then.
I'm so tired of having to get Kenya together, getting on my nerves.
Then you need to resolve this now.
Gregg is an OG, honey.
And that OG ain't for old gangster, that OG is for Miss NeNe that says, oh, Gregg.
Take it way back to 1997 when Gregg and NeNe first got hitched.
I look forward to making her happy the rest of her life. I love you, sweetie. Cut the camera.
Let them know, Gregg.
Oh, I can show a
Honk the
picture.
horn on their ass. Boop, boop. Bam.
Right. He really loved NeNe to death. He had her back all the time. And that was Gregg. You know, he transitioned in the bed. I'm not sure if that was NeNe posted broken the day after she made the announcement at the club, and that was the day after. So I assume he died when she posted broken, and then about 3 days after posting broken, it was announced that he was dead. So I assume he either died while they were at the club, and then she posted broken because she had got home later that morning, or he died later that morning, the next morning after leaving the club that night. One or the other. Or he was already dead. You know, we never know, because, you know, celebrities try to keep stuff like that under wraps. So we'll never know the actual date for when this celebrity or this person died, because, you know, it got to go through word of mouth, like the telephone game. So eventually it gets around to this person, and what they said was going to be said, or what they said was happened didn't really happen that way, right? Like the telephone game. But it's so sad. Rest in peace, Gregg. We love Gregg. Phaedra, everybody had a lot of sentiments.
All right, but then I gotta do the verse. Y'all ready for the verse? Even though can be cold, that time, memories of you, when you were mine. I'm tarnished ring, tarnished
Marlo Hampton posted, "My heart is truly broken for NeNe Leakes. My sincere condolences to you, Brent, and your entire family. Thank you, Gregg, for letting me be the third wheel many nights. I'll always remember our jokes about Smell me, Marlo, insider. You were the man with the sense, and this one is hard. F Cancer, rest in peace, Gregg. Such a good man, always so sweet and kind to me. You held your family down like no other. Also, Nicki Minaj posted, brokenhearted to hear of this tragic loss at NeNe Leakes. Though I know nothing can stop the pain you must be feeling right now, I'm sending you love and strength. May God cover your family and now and forever, and equip you with what your heart needs to move on. Gregg seemed like such a loving, funny, dynamic person to be around. I can tell he'll greatly be missed.
Claudia Jordan on her show with Funky Dinita and everybody, even Claudia Jordan.
Without, before we get into everything, we definitely want to send our thoughts and prayers out to the Leakes family. It's been confirmed by the family's publicist that Gregg Leakes has passed away peacefully in his home, and he was surrounded by all his children and his wife, NeNe Leakes. No matter what, I will always feel sorry for a woman in pain, a family in pain, and I feel awful for her. I felt awful when I heard about Gregg being sick. NeNe and people thought that reality thing was something that ran deep, and it really didn't. At the end of the day, we were cool. And if anyone can tell you, Gregg Leakes, no matter what was going on, still kept it very classy and very kind to people when he didn't have to. And he's shown that grace to me as well. And I've seen him show that to a lot of people. NeNe Leakes, we are, and for your sons, we are absolutely praying for you, and we wish you comfort and peace in these difficult times. That's why so many people are extra heartbroken today, because they just remember just a kind, classy man that loved his wife. He will definitely be missed. The entire Foxhole family, we send our well wishes and our condolences. All right, moving on.
So it was great. Let's move on. Speaking of NeNe and speaking of the ladies of Real Housewives of Atlanta, sending NeNe a lot of condolences. Real Housewives of Atlanta, new season will be coming up soon. There was some word that maybe some negotiations and contracts weren't worked out fully, which was causing them to halt on filming. I believe filming started and halted because they couldn't get contracts and the cast worked out. It's being said that Cynthia will not be returning, but Drew Sidora will be returning, and Sheree will be returning with a peach, and Marlo Hampton is to be getting a peach this season, supposedly. And supposedly Cynthia Bailey is out without a peach, just a friend of the show if she wants to be a friend of the show. But Kenya Moore, Candy Burris, Porsha Williams, Marlo Hampton, Drew, all of them will be on the show. I didn't see any new people or anything like that. No LaToya forever. None of them are going to be joining the show or returning back to the show. But I sure damn wish Phaedra and NeNe Leakes were coming to the show. We already know Kenya Moore is coming for Porsha Williams, so prepare yourself, brace yourself. Kenya Moore coming for her. Let's not act shocked. Let's not act surprised. How about we act like this? If we act like that, then guess what? Kenya will feel dumb. If everybody just act like, everything she said about Porsha coming up this season, we ought to just act like, whatever. So that she can just shut the fuck up. Because then if it's not interesting and we don't put it all in the blogs and stuff, Kenya Moore said, and Kenya Moore reveals that, because you know she's going to be spilling a lot of bling. Stuff that Fallon is not able to say on the show because they're not going to allow Fallon to come to the show. Only way Fallon going to be on the show is if Kenya invites her to a restaurant or something like that. But they're definitely going to reveal some stuff about Simon and Porsha and reveal stuff about Porsha, whether it's lies or truth. They're going to try to play like they got something on Porsha. Kenya is. I guarantee you that. It'll be so awesome if I'm wrong. If they go on and Porsha and Kenya just don't argue and they act like they're amicable, like they can get along and not argue a bit, or argue about stuff that's just, no, but you did this, something small, you get what I'm saying, like something immediate and not Simon and Fallon, and that'll be awesome if I'm wrong. But I highly doubt that. I really believe Kenya Moore is going in on Porsha Williams as soon as the show starts back. I guarantee that. Anyway, and speaking of Phaedra, like I was saying, there's a new spinoff show coming up. Phaedra new show coming up, and speaking of Kenya Moore, Phaedra and Kenya will be on the new, and Cynthia will be on the new Housewives Shake-Up show. So there's this new spinoff show that's coming out where all the housewives go on an ultimate vacation, and they go on an ultimate vacation together. They mix these housewives, so housewives of New Jersey, New York, California, or Beverly Hills, Atlanta, Dallas, whatever. And they pick, I guess, like 1, 2, 3 out of each cast and put them all in one house together. The first season will include Kenya Moore and Cynthia Bailey from Atlanta. And the other ladies are from other places, and you guys know their names if you go look them up. But the other ladies are from other Housewives shows. But the two that I remember that are going to be on the first season of this show is Cynthia and Kenya Moore. The second season of that show is going to begin filming. They're done filming that first season of that Vacation Ultimate show. The second season of the Ultimate Vacation show from Atlanta will be Phaedra and Eva Marcel. So far, they signed on to join the second season of that spinoff show. Not only will that spinoff show be coming out, which I can't wait to see, that show will be coming out on Peacock, the streaming app called Peacock. So yeah, everybody's changing to streaming apps, no more cable. So executive produced by Andy Cohen. This will be a true Bravo show. This is a true Bravo, Andy Cohen, Real Housewives of Atlanta franchised show, not a fake phony show, which means Phaedra signed on the dotted line for NBC/Bravo, as well as Eva Marcel. And apparently the pay is like really good if they're willing to come on this show and do this, okay? Another spinoff show is Porsha Williams. So Porsha Williams has a spinoff show that she's been filming. Who's to say that it's going to be picked up for Bravo? But Bravo is filming a spinoff show for Porsha and Simon Gubadia, and his children. And I'm assuming Porsha is pregnant. Porsha just left Dish Nation, and on her last day of Dish Nation, she looked like she was pregnant. To me.
Well, moving on, honey. Today is a sad moment for us here at Dish, honey. My niece in love, Porsha, is leaving us to go on and live in the motherland.
Oh, you okay, Gary? I got to resort to tricking them. So I do have this.
That's not Hennessy?
It is, but I have to pour it out.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
What about if I put a little Coca-Cola and some apple juice?
Yes.
This is a test, okay? So to make this happen, I am having to breathe in and breathe out and pour good, fresh Hennessy. This is tough right here. I really have to mix this potion up just right. It's almost too brown. Turn it up.
Motherland.
Oh, you okay, Gary? Turn it up.
It's her last day here on Dish, and we would greatly miss her.
Yes, we will.
To me, she looked like she had a little hump. Her face looked a little fatter, a little swoller. So to me, Porsha gives me that she's pregnant, and it's probably going to be revealed either on her spinoff show or on Housewives of Atlanta. And Porsha moves fast. We already know this, that Porsha moves fast. So she ain't no Fallon. Porsha's a full-grown lady who done played rich niggas for a very long time, okay? So Porsha's not attracted to him, regardless of what that bitch say. She's not attracted to Simon, but she know how to get to the bag. And the way you get to the bag, she's showing you young bitches. You hurry up and get him to ejaculate in your vagina hole, and that's how you get the bag. Because now, if she has a baby by Simon and a baby by the hot dog, the ultimate hot dog man of the United States or of the South, then both of her babies set straight, especially Simon, baby. And the fact that Simon was married to this Fallon girl for a long time and did not impregnate her or impregnated her and they lost the baby. However, I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm saying if that is true, then that's crazy. The fact that he's been with Porsha for only a few months, if not a year, or a year, if not a few months, and she's already pregnant, speaks volumes. Whether Porsha snuck and got this done or not, she's pregnant. He wasn't able to talk her to stop this shit, or he ejaculated and wanted this to happen on purpose. And there might be more after this one. But Porsha is pregnant, okay? I'm announcing it here right now. And if she's not, then I take that back. But to me, what it looks like to me is that Porsha is pregnant and the announcement is coming soon. She is leaving Dish Nation. Dish Nation don't have the check and the coins to pay her. Simon is paying her well. What I look like staying here at Dish Nation when Simon got me straight on jets Dish Nation check couldn't even help me get a private jet. I can only fly Delta first class. This nigga own a jet. Well, I look like still working here. So if that's the case, it just go to show you, Porsha's a dumb dingy bitch. You don't get blessed with a job like this, and because your man got money, you up and leave. I hope that wasn't the case. I really hope she's pregnant and she don't want to take another leave, absence of leave, or whatever it is, because she left for a long time. When she had Pilar, that bitch left for about 2 years, as if she was pregnant for 2 years. Damn, bitch. She left for a long time. So I think her being pregnant again, maybe she don't want to have to take a leave again. I don't know why Porsha left Dish Nation, but I assume it's got something to do with money or Simon and her relationship with Simon. But kudos to Porsha. I'm not watching Dish Nation no more. First Ricky left, now Porsha left, and I love Gary and the Brat, but Gary with Porsha and the Brat is good. But it's Porsha who I watch for, Ricky who I watch for. Now Porsha and Ricky going, I really don't want to watch it because Heidi them get on my fucking nerves. Anyway, Kandi Burruss also has a new show coming out, a spinoff show, Kandi Burruss and the Old Lady Gang. Okay, so they're going to be recording the restaurant itself, and the operations and the going-ons in the restaurant on a day-to-day basis, and how the Old Lady Gang restaurant operates, run from morning to night, I guess, kind of like a Vanderpump Rules. And maybe this show will go on and go on and go on and go on. But if that's the case, Kandi is making stars. That means that these waiters would have to be up to par. They got to look like something. These got to be some good waiters with good lives. Because if this is going to be a Vanderpump Rule type of thing, then Vanderpump Rules was following them home, to school, this place, that place, and to other outings. So they would have to, these can't be workers at the Old Lady Gang who live in the Bluff. Okay, if anybody don't know what the Bluff is, go Google the Bluff, Wikipedia the Bluff of Atlanta. These people can't live in the Bluff, which is typical. A lot of them are trying to get out of the Bluff and get out of the hood. So they go and apply for high-class jobs like this, and not expecting a TV opportunity to come around. Even the news, hell, the news come around. And I seen Buddy go over there, goddamn, and hit that goddamn ramp right there. Then he ran into that pole, ran into that car right there. Then he flipped over and hit over there to the damn interstate and shit. All that shit, see, not TV presence. So Kandi, let's hope that if she is getting a Vanderpump Rules type of spinoff, that this show is not solely I'm not going to say the wrong thing. I don't want to say the wrong thing. I'm from the ATL, and I know a lot of people in the Bluff. I know a lot of people on the west side. I know a lot of people on the east side. I know a lot of people on the south side. But I don't want to say the wrong thing and make nobody upset, because I can be an illiterate hood ghetto type of bitch too sometimes. Anyway, let's move on. So Porsha Williams new spinoff, Kandi new spinoff, Housewives of Atlanta coming back really soon. Gregg Leaks is dead, unfortunately, at the age of 66, I believe, 67, 68, 65, or something like that. NeNe Leaks is taking it really hard. Also, on another note, Kenya Moore is supposed to be joining the cast of Dancing with the Stars. So that'll be a good look for Kenya Moore. Kenya Moore has not been featured on a lot of other shows. I mean, not at the Housewives, and she doesn't get invited to parties, and if she do, she's never there. But we never see her at parties and stuff like we see NeNe. We see NeNe at parties, we'll never see Kenya Moore at parties, like Diddy party and this party and that. She's not even hardly invited to do interviews, and I think because she's put herself out here as Miss America or Miss USA, and then put herself out as a bully, it makes people really say, okay, no, we don't even want to interview. It's not like you're a fun bully. It's kind of like Giselle. A lot of people don't interview Giselle, but they book Karen a lot. They book Monique a lot. They book NeNe Leaks a lot. They don't book the bully a lot, like Brandy Glanville. She didn't get a lot of bookings on ABC or this interview or that interview, or come on here and host the show for us. Kenya Moore won't get gigs like that because Kenya Moore is mean and she's a bully, and that's what happens, Let's move on to the next thing. I can't think of any other shows I'm going to talk about, but I will be back to talk more. But make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, okay? Even if you don't like the video, you better hit the mother-loving thumbs up. And make sure you guys hit that bell so that you can be notified of every video that we post. Every time we go live, anytime we post a video, you guys will be notified. Like a notification, like that notification that come through when that nigga or that bitch texting your phone. We have mostly girls on here. Thank you, ladies. We have all ladies. For the most part, our analytics say mostly ladies. From Australia to Africa, China, United States. Like ladies. Unless there's some niggas out there signing up to the app as a woman, we have nothing but women watching us. And I appreciate all you ladies for taking your time out to watch us, even while you sitting on the toilet cleaning that pussy. I appreciate all you beautiful ass ladies. Thank you so much. Hit us up in the DM, message us, contact us. We're gonna go live one day so that we can communicate with you guys live and talk, and we're gonna start doing that a little bit more often. Anyway, guys, talk to you guys later. Make sure you follow us on all platforms: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Bigo, The Urban Binge on Facebook, THEE, Urban Binge on Facebook. Everywhere else, it's THE, The Urban Binge. Facebook, The Urban Binge. THEE, just 2 E's. And everywhere else, The Urban Binge. Even on Bigo. Make sure you guys check us out on Bigo, okay? Make sure you check us out on the podcast. iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. Check us out everywhere. I'll talk to you guys later. We coming back with another video. We're going to start spitting these videos up. All right? Talk to y'all later. Stop that, man.
blessing in disguise. It was a blessing in disguise. A blessing in disguise. Thank you, 'cause I dodged a bullet, dodged a bullet. When you walked out, I thought that it was over, but it turns out that it was just a blessing in disguise. A blessing in disguise. Disguise.